Our next report will tell you all the updates you need to know on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. No signs really of the stalemate ending, with new satellite images showing the kind of massive buildup of Russian troops along the Ukraine border. The United States and NATO has maintained that Russia's plans of invading Ukraine are still very much on, and thereby nullifying what Putin said, that Russia doesn't want a war.
Battle groups of armored vehicles, 20 helicopters, airfield, artillery, a pontoon bridge and a field hospital. India today has exclusively accessed the satellite images of the Russia-Ukraine border on February 15. The images on your screen show the heavy military build-up by Russia along Ukraine's border. Since then, Russian President Vladimir Putin has declared a partial troop withdrawal, calling for dialogue.
Do we want it or not? Of course not. That is why we have offered our proposals to start the negotiation process, which would lead to an agreement of providing equal security for everybody, including our country. The decision of partial troops withdrawal has been made.
Russia on Thursday claimed Ukraine was shelling rebel positions in the disputed region. Ukraine has rejected the charges and accused pro-Russian forces of shelling a kindergarten. The NATO and the West fear Moscow could be setting the stage for a false flag operation that could lead to invasion of Ukraine.
And we have seen attempts to stage a pretext, false flag operations, to provide an excuse for invading Ukraine.
We still believe that an invasion of Ukraine is very likely, and it could be imminent. We know the Russians are highly prepared, that they have the troops surrounding Ukraine, and they could do it in very short order. There's a possibility of a false flag operation to create a pretext for the Russians to invade Ukraine. But it isn't certain.
The Western world is skeptical about Russian claims of withdrawal. News agency Reuters has quoted an anonymous White House official as saying Moscow has increased its troop presence along the border by as many as 7,000 troops.
There are signs from Moscow that diplomacy should continue. This gives grounds for cautious optimism. But so far, we have not seen any sign of de-escalation on the ground.
US President Joe Biden has warned Russia many times it will have to face consequences if they invade Ukraine.
Along with our European allies. If Russia does invade in the days and weeks ahead, the human cost for Ukraine will be immense. And the strategic cost for Russia will also be immense. If Russia attacks Ukraine, it'll be met with overwhelming international condemnation. The world will not forget that Russia chose needless death and destruction. Invading Ukraine will prove to be a self-inflicted wound. The United States and our allies and partners will respond decisively. The West is united and galvanized.
The Russia-Ukraine conflict is keeping the world on the edge. All eyes are on one man, Vladimir Putin. Will he back off or raise the stakes further? With Gaurav Sawant in Kiev, Ukraine, Bureau Report, India Today.